camping. We'd never encountered any of these animals before, so we weren't quite sure what we were hearing. We were actually hearing whoops. There was a sweet corn field right behind us next to the camper. And so we were getting ready for bed. We're going to wash up and everything. It was not quite dark yet. So the girls, there was a water pump right there, an old pitcher hand pump right there by the, there was a picnic shelter there. And so the girls washed up there, and us boys went down to a place in the river called Cold Springs. There was a bend in the river, and there was a hole about 8 foot in the bottom of that river right at the bend, and ice cold water came out. So we used to skinny dip down there and bathe down there. As we were walking past, this was in August, there was probably about a 1/4 acre of elderberry bushes. And we were walking past, and I told Dad, we got to come down here and pick some of these tomorrow before we leave, because I want Mom to make some pies. So there was apples and the corn there. So about dark, just after dark, we start hearing noises. We heard these whoops, and we didn't know what it was. So everybody else went to bed. Me and my dad stayed outside by the fire. It was around midnight, a little bit after midnight. We could hear bumps and thumps in the woods across the creek from us. We heard a tree come down. Didn't hear any vocalizations at that time. And then it got real quiet. There was nothing. There was no crickets. There was nothing. There was no noise at all. So Dad says, let's go to bed. So we get to bed. So I'm basically sleeping on the floor of this place. We were sitting by the campfire. I had my 30-30. My dad had his 357. And it was just kind of spooky. And, you know, we were pretty spooked. We went to bed. It was about 3:30 in the morning, maybe 4 in the morning. What my parents heard was what we call Ohio call. It was down the river, down near that elderberry patch, by the way. I heard my mom, I woke up and I heard my mom say, "Did you hear that? What was that?" And just as she said that, probably not more than 75 feet, 100 feet away from the camper in the cornfield, responding, Ohio call. It was very loud, kind of like shook the camper almost. My mom totally panicked. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get out of here. My dad said, no, we're well armed. I had a 12-gauge shotgun. I had a 30-30. Dad had his 357. I think my brother had a 20-gauge shotgun. So we're pretty armed in this camper. Dad says, we're in a metal box. We're pretty safe in here. If it tries to get in, we have enough firepower to drop an elephant, so we'll just stay right here until daylight. So Mom was pretty shook up. The girls were crying. We could hear movement in the corn behind us. Couldn't see anything. We could hear crunching in the cornfield. And then we fell back to sleep. It got pretty quiet. And in the front of the camper, there was like a loft bed in the front of the camper. My brother was sleeping in there, and each side of that loft bed had like a 6-inch window. And there was a light on underneath that picnic shelter. And my brother let out a scream. He seen something, shadow in front of the window. But we didn't hear or see anything. My dad says, quit scaring the girls. You didn't see anything, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so anyways, so daylight rolls around. So we come out, you know, look like armed banditos. We left the 12-gauge with Mom with the buckshot, figuring that would be her best weapon. My brother stayed there with the girls. He was maybe 10. He's a pretty good shot, though, for that age. We all hunted. So he stayed there with the girls, and me and Dad went off on a little walkabout to check things out. Cornfield, where they were standing in the corn, just eating the sweet corn. Pretty good chunk of corn gone.
Yeah.
We walked down towards Cold Springs. The apples in the tree were probably like 12 14 feet up, high as you could reach. Everything down was bare.
Wow.
The real kicker was when we walked past the elderberry field, the little quarter acre. It was totally gone. There, everything was stomped down to.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
So that was our first real family experience with the thing.
Wow.
Then after that,
What a great thing to share, though. Like, really, like, have this common experience like that. It's amazing.
what?
What a great common experience to have amongst all the family members.
Oh yeah. So yeah, everybody will talk about it once in a while. I don't think my sisters have a connection with the girl that was with us. I think her name was Denise. But that was a main family experience. After that, the girls, of course, didn't like camping anymore.
Yeah. I guess not.
Mostly it was just a guy thing. Me and my brother or me and my friends would go down there. Again, we were armed like Mexican banditos. We didn't really
shot
have...
better, right?
Huh?
And you shot better, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good, yeah. Still pretty good with a handgun. I even had a stroke. I'm still pretty good with handguns.
Right.
That's great. Thank you.
But, yeah, we had a lot of... I mean, there's... The squirrel hunting story I told you.